and can I thank the Leader of the House for this motion. Mr. Speaker, this House is surprised and alarmed at the state of the government and for moving a motion for a general election in this way. The Leader of the House said yesterday that the bill would be published this morning. It was a great disservice to the House that the bill wasn't available yesterday. It's just one line, and we are now debating a programme motion to introduce a bill in one day. The government yesterday voted for the Fixed Term Parliament Act because they did not have a majority, as they did not get the magic 434, two-thirds of the majority in the House. So they're introducing another bill. So can I ask the Leader of the House, will the government now repeal the Fixed Term Parliament Act? Mr. Speaker, this bill will be pushed through in one day and back from the Lords again. He criticised the EU withdrawal agreement 1 and 2, which had very similar, very small, few clauses, and now the Leader and the government is doing exactly the same. As you stated, Mr. Speaker, the whole process will take 6 hours, with the second reading vote coming 4 hours after the start of proceedings with one amendment. Mr. Speaker, I think this is another way of crashing out of the EU without a deal, because they haven't met their target of the 31st of October. This programme motion is unacceptable and is deliberately designed to avoid scrutiny on the government. And speaking of programme motions, the WAB bill is in limbo, in purgatory, in the ether, when this House was asking for a proper programme motion on the bill, which would have enabled honourable members to have a proper discussion, to discuss, debate and amend when necessary. The government did not want to give us that time, did not want to deal with it, leaving the EU in an orderly way for businesses, farmers, working people and the environment. Now, he'll know that the Honourable Member for Cheltenham yesterday said, surely the proportionate and sensible thing to do is to offer the House more time. If it does not vote for it, the government will take their course, but surely they should at least try. And the Leader of the House made it clear yesterday in his response to the Honourable Member for Aylesbury, he had no intention of bringing the withdrawal agreement back to the House. Why? Why can we not have a proper debate on the withdrawal agreement bill with a new programme motion where amendments are tested in a vote, and then we can see where the House stands on this issue? I will.
Most grateful, Chair, the Leader of Green Way. Will she cast her mind back to the second reading debate of the withdrawal agreement bill, when she will recall Labour ran out of speakers some 1 hour before the end of the debate? Why, therefore, does she need more time?
Good point.
Thank you, Mr. If the honourable gentleman will have listened to what I've said previously, we need more time to amend the bill so that everyone's views could be taken into account, that we didn't have an opportunity to amend the bill or even vote on the bill. We have tried to have discussions but the government was not listening. Yesterday, in response to the Honourable Member for North Dorset, the Leader of the House said the reason for not bringing forward an allocation of time motion is that the House has made its mind clear. It does not want to deal or engage seriously with the withdrawal agreement bill. How did he know? I think this is highly patronising. We have been begging for extra time so we could have the vote, so it's clear what the House's view is. The reason why the bill needed further discussion, as he knows, is there will be a border down the Irish Sea. That was the reason the previous Prime Minister ruled this out. Or it would result in the breakup of the United Kingdom. Finally, Mr. Speaker, the Leader should do the right thing by the House, reintroduce the WAB bill with a new programme motion, which could be agreed with the usual channels, which takes into account all sides of the debate and would help the country move on.